if anybody watched this debate and they didn't know what was happening in the world, they would think, oh my God, I guess Hamas is this giant power and it's been abusing Israel this entire time. Poor little tiny Israel. And Hamas is this gigantic power crushing Israel. What are you guys talking about? Hamas has got pea shooters. They did terrible damage on October 7th. Now Israel's done 30.
That doesn't make them justified. That does not justify what they did.
Though. I mean,
this is the one that really pisses me off, where he's over here. He's trying to find a justification for what Hamas has done. He is trying to make them seem like, oh, and this is the normal progressive ideology. The small guy, the little guy, the person without the power can never be wrong, can never be the bad guy. It always has to be someone else because that gives them their power because they are a small splinter fraction of the population, whether in the United States or in the world. He's looking to do this. This is selfish, but he knows he is wrong. It doesn't matter about the size.
How do you think he's wrong? Doesn't okay. I am not one to make everything about power dynamic. You know I'm not that.
I know.
But power dynamic does matter, right? This goes back to our earlier thing, like now 3 hours ago. When we were talking about the 3 Navy SEALs beating up the kid. Power dynamic does matter. We don't want to dismiss a power dynamic. It does matter, doesn't it?
Again, there's a lot of things that go with it. Again, in this case, this specific, and again, we're looking at a snapshot because that's how life happens. The now is always a snapshot. There's always more in the past. There's always more in the future. This snapshot, what we know at this moment in time, Hamas decided, using the example we used before, they're the big fat undisciplined kid, the no exercise kid, who came up with a knife and stabbed one of the 3 Navy SEALs in the back without warning. That's the snapshot we're dealing with right now. That is what he is trying to justify and say,
oh, yes,
but Hamas is small. And
I'm agreeing what he's doing. What I'm saying is I'm putting nuance into this. I'm saying there is also a power dynamic. That is part of the game, right? Power dynamic does matter. If you just dismiss it, it's not fair. There is an issue of power dynamic in this. That's all I'm saying.
But I don't see, I have so many problems with that. It's always used as a justification, and it isn't, or a causation, which it isn't. That isn't the cause. That isn't the justification. It never is. Does it exist? Well, yeah. That's why Israel is beating the of Hamas right now, because there is a power dynamic. And this is why Hamas doesn't do it on a regular basis, because there is a power dynamic. And there's a reason why Iran has never tried to attack Israel before, because America is a power dynamic that's involved in that. It's a protection.
Yes,
it's a shield.
But also means that now with the power dynamic, that you can do the wrong thing also, right? America can do the right thing because that's a power dynamic. It can also do the wrong thing.
The power dynamic, using your example, going with that theory, is it is an amplifier. It is a catalyst.
Yes, I would buy that.
It can magnify, but that has nothing to do with the actions itself. The actions, the intent are still purely whatever they would be.
All right. So no, but I disagree. Let me do that. Let's go back to our 3 Navy SEALs and an 18-year-old chubby kid, right? Let's do that. The 18-year-old chubby kid versus the 3 Navy SEAls. Let's say this is a vacuum in this case. Nothing has happened in the past. It's a vacuum. These 4 people meet in the street.
Yeah.
What if the Navy SEAL guy takes a knife and tries to stab the kid, right? The kid is lucky, just pure luck. Grabs the knife. The guy falls and he kills him. He picks up about 2 Navies to attack him. He winds up killing all 3 of the Navy SEAls by pure luck, right?
Okay.
Pure luck.
Yeah, that's an anime.
Kills 2, and 2 of them run off because they're scared. Whatever.
Right, it's an anime.
We as humans watching this, we're like, good for him. That's what we would think. Good for him. That's in our anime world. We'd be good for him. But what if we reversed it? Now the kid, to your point, stabs Navy SEAL, right? And the 2 Navy SEAls beat him up. We'd be like, fine. But what if they grabbed the knife and stabbed him to death? We'd be like, holy man, why did you could have just beat his ass? No. Why did you stab him to death?
No.
People would go,
no, there's a consequence to what he did. No, if he died,
and
he
my
died.
point is, socially, that's that's not true, Mike.
Sure.
You know that you would have think that, but I'm talking about the average person watching our anime.
No, I think the average person who's not gone to Harvard or certain higher levels of education in America, absolutely, which is the overwhelming majority. Roughly 88% of Americans would pretty much understand what I'm talking about and would agree with me. No, you do something stupid and you get the consequences of your stupidity in the same degree and magnitude of your stupid action in the first place.